Hello, what is happening, my ladies and my gentlemen, and welcome to Team Tinkerino versus Team Empire. This radio is Dotapit League Season number 3. It's the second round of the lower brackets, and it's a best of 3. Team Tinkerino took game 1 very, very convincingly. Same story for Team Empire in second game. They took that rather convincingly as well. So we're ended up in a game number 3 as to who gets to proceed in this tournament. And yeah, right off the bat, Team Tinkerino are on standing on a Queen of Pain and a Nyx Assassin, as the Shrek and the Bane have been picked up for Team Empire. She also got the Gyrocopter, the Undying, and the Dragon Knight out of this pool as of right now. Undying, he's seen a rather strong return to this meta after people started fighting more early, which is what this entire patch centers around. It's all about starting to fight early. So it's definitely made an impact so far, this Undying, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of him in the tier 3. I think he's an absolutely amazing hero. Haven't actually played him myself because I am rubbish at fighting early, but regardless of that, he's still an awesome hero. Dragon Knight also out of this game as of right now, and we got the Viper band out as well. We got Io, Beastmaster, and Lion taken out on the side of Team Empire. They got the Shrek and the Bane, which, yeah, they have their supports in order. Bane and Leshrac synergizing rather well with each other, or at least they make up for each other's strengths and weaknesses. Leshrac is more of a push-centered support, and teamfight-centered support rather than Bane, which is mostly a single-target, pick-off kind of support. Can, of course, also disable doing the teamfights with the Fiend Script and the Nightmare, so can actually keep 2 targets contained at once. But it's still more of a pick-off centered hero. And you also got the Chen ban out here, so we will not be seeing any way too sexy Chens in this game. As yeah, Team Tinkerino sitting on 3 stand-ins as of right now. They got to get their roster straight before the TI. I feel got to sign up a couple of new players. But as of right now, that's one of the reasons why I don't think they're going to be getting a direct invite. It's because they've got way too many stand-ins as of right now, and they really need a stable team to be sure to actually get in there. As Team Empire is currently sitting on very much almost the very same team that they won the MLG tournament with, except for Uba, who is going to be yeah, they need a replacement for art style as far as I know, it was art style. Yeah, it was art style. As far as I know, it's art style. But yeah, they need a replacement for him after he left, and Uba might be an option. I saw him play actually, even though that they lost, a semi-decent Centaur in the first game that they played. So I haven't actually watched game number 2, but did watch game number 1 and did quite enjoy it. So this game number 3, it's all or nothing right now for both teams. As Team Tinkerino, they were heavily down in terms of odds. Basically, the odds were 75 to 25 in the favor of Team Empire, but that's gotta have shifted at least with Team Tinkerino taking this to game number 3, and I do feel that they actually have the stronger lineup in terms of players. We're also going to be seeing a Razor, so that's probably going to be a mid-Razor. That's going to be a rather interesting one because Queen of Pain does fairly well without damage, and likewise with the Nyx Assassin, because you're never going to be able to get the basically he's like a hit and run style hero. You're never going to be able to get your static link off of him. You can of course tell where he is in case he met us, but regardless of that, you're never going to know where he is. Visage also picked up, has seen a huge return into this meta. I absolutely love Visage. His armor is absolutely incredible. I hate playing him personally, but I absolutely love seeing good Visage players. What they can do with the familiars is absolutely incredible, and how they like understand the hero. So, Team Empire, what are they looking to counter this out with? They need some kind of a damage dealer, except for the Razor. Razor could definitely win that mid lane up against the Queen of Pain. It's a tool. He is a tool to win up against her. They very much like to do the same thing, except for the fact that Razor will be infinitely stronger with the static link. The difference between Razor and Queen of Pain is actually the plasma field. These two does basically the same thing, except for the fact that Queen of Pain is reliable and Razor's is not. And radius on Queen of Pain is a bit shorter, but yeah. Static Link is going to be beating this Queen of Pain almost infinitely. She's going to have to force a blink every single time she gets Static Link. Then a Rubik. This is an interesting pickup. He's there for the Queen of Pain, I feel. So this is going to be a coreless Shrek. That is something I haven't seen in a long time. So we're going to be seeing a Leshrac with Farm this time. And a Leshrac with Farm can work miracles for you. If you get something like if you get a Bloodstone on him, and a Yules, Bloodstone and Yules on Leshrac is absolutely incredible. And if you just build him tanky and tank, or tankier and tankier and tankier, just build tank on him, it's absolutely ridiculous. And we got the Visage Drow combination. Oh, what a pickup here from Tinkerino. That is ridiculously good. These two heroes synergizing very, very, very well with each other, just in general. You got the Stomp with the Familiars, plus you got some of the aura effects, of the marksmanship and the precision aura also working with the Familiars. So these two heroes working out super well with each other, and this is a scoop. This is a very, very, very nice pickup that they've done themselves. And Empire, they're banning out the Skywrath Mage. I don't think that's their priority target. Of course, you do have the Visage, with the Familiar Stomp. But I don't think Skywrath would have been their support of choice. I'd say, let's see, they have 2 melee at this point, so I'd actually say an Earthshaker would fit them a lot better. Except for the fact that Rubik does like to steal the Fissure, like in his ban up from Team Tingerino, and it's going to be another Centaur. Oh, this is it's actually a rather strange lineup. I do feel that Empire needs damage, and that they're going to get out late gamed, simply because they need more, or they're relying a lot more on their early team fight, and they don't have a solution for the late game. Drow Ranger's just going to grow and grow and grow. No question about it. She's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And Nyx Assassin's there to buy space, likewise with the Queen of Pain, for her to get big. So Team Empire, if they gotta win before 40 minutes. Racer is a very, very strong hero late game as well, of course with the push, but up against the Drow Ranger, that's going to be so difficult to counteract. But Tinkerino, they need one last little hero here. It's probably going to be a Bulba Nyx Assassin. But they need one last hero, and they need a support at this point. Earthshaker is a bit too big spell heavy for the Rubik. So that's probably not going to be their target of choice, but I would love to see a melee support going into this lineup, just because I feel they need a bit of melee, and they need somebody who can be up front and actually take the damage. Yeah, you would need an off-lane Tide for that. That's not going to work, unless they just want to play full support Tide. And they're digging very much into that reserve time. Not really sure as of what to pick up. A big beefy support. That's a difficult one to come by. Very, very difficult. Or they could just go very, very greedy and draft the jungle. Draft somebody to go in the jungle. Somebody like a Lifestealer, for instance, would actually work rather well up against the Centaur. Just try to eat through him, likewise on the Razor. And there's not a whole lot for Rubik to steal. Of course, Open Runes is rather good. It's actually going to be a Vengeful Spirit, so we're going to be seeing another ranged hero. Also synergizes very, very well with the Drow Visage combo. So they're going to be building all damage on black, and that just means that he'll be able to get into the game a bit sooner with the Vengeful, with the Venge Aura. Likewise with the Familiars, they'll be coming into play a lot sooner than they would have otherwise with this Vengeful Spirit pickup. And likewise, now they're just, Venge is just going to be robbing Racer and Centaur of the damage that they don't already have. So this is going to be a rather interesting matchup here. I do favor Team Tinkerino at this point. It does feel like they have the stronger draft, but it's all a matter. It's very, very close. Toilet, alright. Good start. Good start. We can just skip it because it is a replay. It's a fresh replay. They just finished up the game, and I haven't actually watched it. So I have no clue what's going to happen. Absolutely no idea. I have no idea how long the game is going to go. There you go. Alright, I have no idea how long the game is going to go. So it's not like that. It's not going to be like that. As we do have Mr. Bulba on a sweet, sweet Nyx Assassin. That's one hell of a set right there. Looks absolutely ridiculous. I think that was the one from the Dota 2 Championship. J thingy, chest something. Koifa is going to be on our Queen of Pain. So we got Way Too Sexy on our Visage here, and the Vengeful Spirit is going to be picked up by Pylite Eye, and of course Black on the Draw Ranger with the triple slippers of agility. You can't have too many slippers, my friend. It is going to help him out with the last hitting, which is the primary thing, and going to be giving him a bit of extra attack speed. And yeah, they're going to be rotating for bottom rune here. Not really positive why he's actually not going for top. Aloha Dance and Empire, they've moved their way, or made their way into the dire jungle. So we do have Aloha Dance on his Rupik. Silent is going to be sitting on the Leshrac, and now they're going to be clashing up with Pylite Eye. This is a disaster if he dies this early. It looks like it will actually be first blood to Resolution. What a start for him. And yeah, that's going to be... He just got a branch. Okay. I don't really know why, but yeah, I don't think they were counting on that first blood. But regardless, Resolution's going to be getting first blood on his Eraser. Always Wanna Fly is going to be sitting on our Bane, and of course Silent, like I mentioned, is on our Leshrac. And last but not least, Uba is going to be on the Centaur Warren. I was rather impressed with the Centaur, considering the fact that they lost that game. But I'm rather pleased with a good Centaur performance here. As Razor, it's going to be going up against... Actually, they've rotated the lanes around, I think. This should be an off-lane Queen of Pain with perhaps a tri-lane mid-black. Oh, they're going for the early kill. They're going for a very, very early kill here. Smoking up, Pylite Eye, and Way Too Sexy. I think they're going to be rotating around. If I could draw on the map, that would be absolutely insane, but I can't. Fortunately, they're going to be rotating this way around if you're looking at your mini-map here. Try to get Razor. He's actually quite far in. Resolution. He going straight in for the kill on Black, but it might cost him. Pylite Eye moving in. He's got a stun. But I don't think... Yep, Black just... it's just too fast, Razor. With those early pairs of boots. They needed the frost arrows from Black, but just wasn't there. And now... Pylite Eye is going to be rotating top towards Bulba, try to help him out. Then Way Too Sexy down towards that bottom lane to help out Koifa here. So this is going to be 2-on-2 dual lanes. As right now I feel it's become a lot more popular lately to at least try to disrupt the tri lanes. I'm going to make it harder for the offlaners. As all Resolution, he's gone in deep on Black, but it might cost him though. Has let go of the plasma field, but Black not willing to let go of those frost arrows. Didn't actually have a whole lot of damage to work with in and of its own. And oh, Resolution's going to be wandering into Way Too Sexy. Soul Assumption is going to be going likewise. Koifa is going to be jumping in with a dagger, and this should be more than enough. And Koifa taking that kill on the Resolution, just getting overly aggressive. Now, I think they might want to do more. No, he's just popped the clarity and wandered out. He didn't really have enough mana for anything. Bulba is going to have his... was going to be contesting Aloha Dance, and now they're going to be trying to go on him. Mipela as well, they're going to be stun locking him up. There goes the Telekinesis, going to toss him into Pylite Eye, and no follow-up. No follow-up for the Rubik to try to counter-initiate, but he did save his butt. Silent has just moved in there, so... Draw Ranger going to be getting that bounty rune. So she's looking at a very, very early boots. Okay, so no bottle. There's really no point though actually to go and bottle on Draw Ranger because she's never in mana trouble. Like she's never gonna have like real mana issues when she's up against the Razor. If it was a hero that you required that required a lot of gusts. Oh, hold on. Static Link. Now the rotation. Now Pylite Eye. He's found an Invis rune and they didn't have vision. This could be so big. The damage needs to dissipate though. Which it does rather quickly. They need that extra damage up from Black. He's only hitting for about 30 right now. And the rotation as well, Way Too Sexy. He's sitting in there. Solution just going to be blocking up the creep wave here. As Black has now got his full strength back. He's just going to be rotating back and forth. We're waiting for the kill here. As there it goes. Pylite Eye going to be hitting him with the stun. And this should be one dead Resolution. The Frost Arrows are going. The Soul Assumption as well. And he is gone. Visage taking that kill with the Grave Chill. No, Soul Assumption. Sorry, Grave Chill. I gotta get these. I keep getting my Visage spells mixed up. They look a lot like each other. Not really from a technical standpoint, but regardless, yeah. Grave Chill slows and Soul Assumption hurts and slows. So yeah. Up in the top lane, Aloha Dance, he's sitting underneath Bulba here. I think he's just looking to rotate around here. Silent Has been taking quite a lot of last hits. He's sitting at 17 as of right now. Koifa is second. On the board, on the farm board, Racer is now second, actually. Up in the top lane, though, the rotations are coming in. Pilot Eye sitting there. Likewise with Way Too Sexy. I don't think they saw the TP out from Way Too Sexy. They could go on silent here. Pilot Eye rotating down. Bulba. There is a stun. Bulba, he can come in with the stun lock there. And now Visage is going to let go of the Grave Shield first. And there goes the Soul Assumption. Going to be getting another kill for Way Too Sexy. This Visage is on fire. He's been involved in everything so far for Team Tinker, and just gonna be securing Bulba a bit of an easier lane though. But Alohadan's rotating down towards the bottom lane. They think they might want to sandwich him. They got the Nightmare as well to try to follow up with that Rupik. He's moving in, but no cast point. He can't get it off. Now Bane might be in trouble. He's got to prioritize now because there is a stun coming in on him in about a second here. As we do have a bit of another fight. There it goes. That's the Nightmare. Gonna try to maybe deny himself. No, actually not. Pilot Eye is gonna be burning him down. And this is a very, very unfortunate start for Empire. And I actually thought for sure that they were gonna be hold on this rack. Oh, he dropped so low. Down the bottom lane, Koifa has been able to deal fairly well with the Centaur. They have both gotten quite a significant amount of farm, but that's also about the most exciting thing that's been happening down there in that bottom lane. Except for what's happening now, because Pilot Eye has just been nightmared. So this is going to be one dead Vengeful Spirit. It's on the mid lane Resolution. Oh, I thought he was going there for a second. But Black, turning around. It's just going to be laying go over a few Frost Arrows there as the Plasma Field warps out again. Racer, he has hit level 6, has been having superior rune control plus that early kill, but Black is sitting on the more farm at this point. No, he's actually not. He's actually sitting on a bit less farm, but he's going to be snowballing a lot harder later. I feel at least. He's got 2 Wraith Bands. Might be going for a third one here with the Slippers of Agility. Probably going to get turned into that as he's also going to be working his way towards a couple more pair of Power Treads. Down the bottom lane, Uba is working his way towards the Vanguard as well. Should be having it in about not too long, actually. A Vanguard is definitely going to be a great pickup this game, considering all the physical damage that Team Tinkerino are able to throw out. Bulba? Not really looking to do anything. He's just sitting there sucking experience for now. He's not had that many last hits. He's on the lower bottom, or the bottom of all the farmers, but then again, he's up against a double ranged lane up here, dual lane, with 2 heroes that have somewhat good range with that 600 attack range. Black is gonna get sucked up a bit. Pilot Eye, he could go for the stun, but he's getting blocked out by Black. That was a bit of an unfortunate. That was a bit of an actually not unfortunate, awkward situation there. They could have gotten that kill had they gotten the stun in, but yeah, Draw Ranger is now sitting on level 6, so marksmanship is not available. So she's now able to start rotating around and finding pickoffs. Visage not sitting on level 6, so I think they're waiting for the familiars for the rotations to come out. Rupik has purchased a smoke, so should be fairly able to do some work here soon. As Uba has just been left alone down there in the bottom lane. Nothing really to worry about when you got a big beefy Centaur up against a very little squishy Queen of Pain. Of course, with a Sonic Wave and a Scream of Pain, but it's not going to be enough damage regardless. So as long as he stays healthy, he's not going to die. Very, very clever observation there for me, I just realized. As long as he stays healthy, he's not going to die. Of course he's not. Oh, Rubik, they're going on the Pilot Eye here. Nice stun lock and Racer. Just clipping them with the edge. And it's going to be taking that kill. And they want to dive Black. This could be dangerous, though. The Gust coming out. Now the rotations as well. He's starting to TP out. It's going to be able to make it out. Bulba, though, it's going to get trapped down there. That's let go of the Spike Carapace. Way Too Sexy's down there. Likewise with Koifa. And they're going to be able to find the Razor. So Bulba for Razor so far. Koifa, though, he's taking so much damage. Is he going to be burned down? No, he is not. Rotation from Pilot Iron. Going to be making it a double kill for Way Too Sexy. So our 3-4-1 trade. And it was Empire that initiated. They just went way too aggressive on that. Relying too much on the Stampede to get him underneath that tower. And with Black TPing out, I don't even think he needed to. He should have just moved back up, try to rotate back up towards the Visage. and perhaps hope for a Grave Chill and a Soul Assumption to try to help him out. But yeah, at least a Grave Chill. Soul Assumption doesn't really do much in terms of because it acts on a threshold, as far as I know. Visage gains Soul Charge when damage taken by all heroes around him reaches the damage threshold.
Are you even trying?
Alright, that's actually, yeah. Never mind, never mind. I'm not going to be smart on that ever. Visage is a complicated hero. I'm not really super good on him. But regardless, Draw Ranger, Mr. Black, has now picked up his power treads, so he's able to move around a bit better, try to get some more damage out. Of course, switching it straight to agility, it hasn't really needed the doesn't really need that much strength on his boots. He's been somewhat safe so far, but I may have said that too early. Blacky's now gonna get caught out and get burned down completely. The nice rotations there in from the rest of the Empire squad. This is gonna be one dead Black. He is 0-1 and 3, has not had the greatest farm so far. Might be looking for some lifesteal first. Razor has kind of stopped farming, which might become an issue. He's just finishing up his power trips now. As Silent and Elohadans looks like they will be putting some pressure on that middle tower. Pilot Eye is going to try to fend it off, going to aggro with the creeps, and yeah, that's about it. Down the bottom lane, Bulba. It's going to be on our Arcane Boots. So he's going to be starting to move around with that Vendetta. He needs the Dagon first, but then he's also going to be able to do a lot of work. Koifa eating a lot of damage off from that Plasma Field. Level 4 Plasma Field. And not choosing to skill the Eye of the Storm yet. You really wanted to be doing damage to towers. So getting that Scepter before you actually work too much in it is very, very crucial. Plus, if you can get it to like 2 levels in succession, it's going to be hurting a lot more than just... It's just basically psychological. It's going to be hurting a lot more if you get 2 straight levels into it. Oh, Visage, way too sexy. He's looking for a Grave Chill. He's going to be finding it, but no follow-up out from Koifa here. He does have both the Sonic Wave and the Blink and the Scream of Pain and max mana. But Razor, he's kind of a beefy target, which is the unfortunate thing. Bulba has rotated down towards that bottom lane, so we might be seeing a gank here on the Centaur. They should have enough damage with the Bulba Vendetta into an Impale. Oh, he might not just do it. He's might just almost going to do it alone. Koifa, though, is not exactly in trouble. The rotations are coming down. Always Want to Fly is going to be trying for the Nightmare, but cast animation is going to get cancelled. So he's pretty much actually only worked on the Brain Sap and the Nightmare. He's going to be skipping Enfeeble for now, which is fine. It's not really that great when you're going up against pro teams. It's good in pubs to try to disrupt blast hits, but in terms of pro games, they're going to hit it regardless. Plus, it's kind of late to skill 11 minutes in when people are starting to out-damage it. And it's also good if you're laning up against somebody who's relying a lot on last hits. Let's say that you're laning up against somebody like a Draw Ranger and you need to shut down a farm. Throwing an Enfeeble on her is actually going to be making that a whole lot easier if you're playing in the trench tier. So just a little bit of advice for you Bane lovers out there. If you're playing in the trench tier, get a point in Enfeeble, maybe 2, but that's also about it. Don't scale, don't max it. It scales fine, but it's not worth it later on, because you wouldn't have had it maxed by now, and let's say a Drow is going to be out damaging that regardless. It's about 50 damage left. Not exactly, a bit more than that. 50, about 60. But yeah, definitely pop a point or 2 into it. As Mr. Rubik has picked himself up a dust here, as he's also working his way towards an urn. Don't know if he actually has the recipe on the cure. He does. So now the rotations are going to be coming out from him. He's actually stolen Mana Burn, which is rather cool. Not a very amazing skill, especially only when it's level 1. But it's pretty neat if you choose to go for somebody like the Queen of Pain or the Visage, who are sitting on rather high mana pools, especially the Queen of Pain. It is going to be hurting her a lot, the Mana Burn. Especially because it's an int multiplier. So it multiplies her intelligence by, let's say, what was it? It was 3.5. So let's just say that now that we have a bit of a down period, we could be doing the math here for a second. As that is going to be, let's just guesstimate that to be about, has a bit more than 60 mana. Let's say 60 mana. 3.5 times that. That's 60, that's 180 times the half of 60, that's 30 on top of that. That is 210 burst damage. And mana as well, so that's going to be hurting. Familiars are going to be stunning up the Razor here as Lodans and Uba, they're going to be trying to rotate in for something, but Black is not baiting, or is not biting yet. And they're telling them how to rotate back down. Oh, the Sonic Wave out from Koifa. Silent just getting a bit too aggressive here. So Lodans, they're rotating down to get way too sexy. He's in a bit of a tight spot as the engagement down here might start in a second. There's an invisible vengeful spirit, but Resolution and Always Want to Fly are sitting in the area. Though now way too sexy. He's gonna get lifted, gonna get tossed back, and should be going down. No problem there, and they're even gonna clean up the familiars. Bulba though is gonna be coming out with a stun. They could try to go for a move, but looks like Paladai. He's actually revealed by now. Bulba is also trying to make it back out, and Rubik, he stole familiars. Oh, that's just such an important pickup for him. And Always Want to Dance. Yep. No, not Nightmare. Not yet. As Resolution comes in, though, they're just going to be able to brain sap plus the extra damage up from Razor, and that should be more than enough. And Team Tinkerino off to a very, very great start, but this is, I feel this is starting to slowly go the way of Empire. They're getting in control of their fight. They're starting to figure out how to actually work this lineup. And I'm making that sound like they don't know how to play it, but they had some weird engagements in the early game, some very, very awkward engagements, which they probably shouldn't have taken. That underneath the tower when they try to go for Black, that was one they shouldn't have taken. So they need to be more pick-off oriented. You're starting out, and once they start working points in Eye of the Storm, they got their mech up and going. They got the Stampede to a fairly decent level. You also got Centaur with the Blink Dagger. Now is the time to start working those team fights, because Team Tinkerino are going to be having a lot of trouble against that. They have single target stuns and one good team fight ult with just the Sonic Wave. Centaur is an amazing team fighter with that hoof stomp. Bane is not bad either, like we mentioned earlier. Listrak is amazing. He's an amazing team fighter with that Diabolic Edict plus the Pulse Nova. It's just going to be hurting you so much, going to be tearing you to pieces. As Razor is also fairly decent as well, able to put out a lot of damage for the Plasma Field. And if he targets the right hero with the Static Link, they're going to be having no effect. Now I'm looking at Black right now for a reason. He's going to be having no effect in the team fight, even though he does have the Mask of Madness. Familiars are going to be sitting inside the Roche Pit for now. Not really going to be doing much. Just going to be chilling out, and they have lost all of their damage. You really need a couple of Soul Smith to make that do some damage to Familiars. But the important thing is that Way Too Sexy don't have any Familiars by now, so, or as of right now, so they're down for about 32 seconds, and if they need to take a fight, they need to group up and fight now. Because that's how many, like, that's the amount of, that's the, basically, when Way Too Sexy doesn't have his familiars, he can Grave Chill and Soul Assumption. He can Soul Assumption and Grave Chill. Now I'm just pointing in the wrong freaking areas, damn it. But, yeah, he can Soul Assumption and he can Grave Chill. That's about it. And that's not very much. He really needs the familiars to fight at minute 16 especially, because the damage output is just going to be so high out from Team Empire as of right now. They got lockdown with the Bane. He's able to lock down 2 heroes. Let's say he nightmares the Vengeful Spirit, and Fiend Scripts the Queen of Pain. That's 2 heroes out of the fight. Razor Resolution jumps onto Black, starts sucking up all his damage. That means that Black is out of the fight, because that's all he got. He's got damage. Like, what the hell is Visage gonna do then? What the hell is Way Too Sexy gonna be doing with the Soul Assumption and Grave Chill and nothing to back it up with? Because that's when Centaur jumps in, hoof stumps at least 1 or 2. The Stampede goes, and then he just starts doing a ton of damage with the Double Edge. You got Listrak following up as well with the Split Earth and the Pulse Nova and the Diabolic Edict to try to do a bit of damage. And you got Rubik as well, just stealing spells left and right. The spells that, of course, haven't been cast yet. So if you just wait for Koifa to let go of his ultimate or just the Scream of Pain, he should be in a fairly good condition. As we do have a Koifa DC, we're just gonna be skipping past that. That's the beauty of a replay, as you can see from this right here. If you don't want the game spoiled as to how long it is, don't look there. And Koifa has now going back into the game. Well, they're probably going to try to finish off this mid lane tower. Going to be buying them a bit of space to potentially enter this dire jungle as of right now. It's very, very risky underneath the tower, but with that gone, they're going to be having a lot more space to fight on the map. Down the bottom lane, though, they're trying to trade it. Pilot Eye is now going to get nightmared, and the deny out from Razor, and now Pilot Eye, he's going to be going down. Easy pick off there for the Centaur.
Your name shall be forgotten.
I don't know if it is. Pilot Eye is one hell of a player. But yeah, he's going to be working his way into a couple of triangles here, as they're going to be applying pressure to this bottom lane tower as well. Of course, Razor has them back up and going. Could be going for something like a Sanchin Yasha and then working his way into an Aghanim Scepter, as I feel he's not the damage dealer of this team. And if they want to push, if they want to win early and start cracking those tier 2s, they will need the Eye of the Storm to try to do all the work. And now the rotations are coming down though. Bulba is working his way down there. He should have a Vendetta available. He actually doesn't. He's got a Blink Dagger though. They got the Sentry Ward down. They know he's not sitting a Bulba though. He's going to be going in for the stun. Only going to be connecting on Hello Dancy. He's going to be bringing down immediately. Razor Sexy going to get static linked up, taking so much damage. As Black is going to be going up against Resolution here. Black in a bit of trouble, but it is once again going to be a 3-for-1 exchange, as Bane is going to get picked off on the back foot here off the fight by Pilot Eye and Koifa. And the Daikur though is going to be going down. But Resolution and Silent are going to be the only heroes surviving that onslaught. I don't even think Silent was there. But yeah, this is definitely a perfect time to go for Rush. They got the Familiars, they got everything they need to start to trap this very, very quick Roshan. And Koifa's going to be picking up that Aegis, so he's going to be a big, big asset in the fights here. So you got the Ogre Club and the Point Booster currently sitting on him, so working his way towards that quick Aghanim Scepter, able to get off that burst because he's not the main damage dealer. So Orchid, of course, mandatory for the Queen of Pain player. But he really only needs, he doesn't need to stay in the fights for that long, which is why I think he's not getting the BKB this early. Because he only needs to get off his spells, and you might be able to get the Scream of Pain off twice. But the most important thing is to get off a good Sonic Wave, and Wade's so sexy though. Might actually get burned down again. No, they're turning it around. Bulba is coming back. And always want to fly. Did try to Fiend Script up way too sexy, but Bulba said no. So not happening. Draw Ranger also getting the Rubik on the back foot there. Looks like they're trying to chase down Silent. Nope, they don't have enough. Plus there's the tower in the way. Oh, they might actually. Koifa is going to be silencing him up, and that's a double kill for Black. Nice pickup there. He's now sitting on 2.4k gold. Team Tinkerino dominating this game 3 so far with just the better exchanges. And Black, he's starting to snowball now. He's 3-1-3 with 136 last hits and almost 3k gold in the bank. This is one hell of a game for him so far. Bane sitting on a Ghost Scepter as well, doesn't really want to be taking that damage, but that's not going to be disrupting him from the Bulba stun. If Bulba hangs onto his Impale, it should be enough to get rid of the Bane Fiend Script, because that was a dangerous one on Way Too Sexy. But they managed to get him at just the right time, and now Way Too Sexy sitting on 3 Familiars. But that accident going on to Resolution again. There goes the stun, but Bulba is stunned up completely. Both is going to be trying to take him down and going to be successful. Way Too Sexy. It's going to be letting go of a Soul Assumption there. Going to be taking down the Central Warren as he's now going to get burned down completely by Silent and Resolution. And the Familiar is going to be trying to run into the woods here.
Haste.
So I think they might be fine. No, they're not. Resolution, he's trying to scout him out. He's going to have to drop him soon. He's only got about 7 seconds left. And that's a dumb place. Should be enough to keep at least 2 of them safe. And Black, he's back up farming again. And there was no Black for that engagement, which is probably why they ended up dropping it. They did manage to get out a Baba. I'm still not entirely positive on how the hell do you pronounce that.
I'll take that.
Baba. He was actually working his way towards the Aghanim Scepter. It's just going to be discarding the Vanguard and working his way towards a quick axe. And that's going to be so crucial in the team fights. Quorfa, he's got his axe up and going for him. Still got the Aegis. And able to throw down ultis a lot more aggressively now. BKB now out from Black. This is going to be one hell of a pickup. Versus basically everything in this Empire lineup. Everything is magic based. I don't think there's any pure damage almost at all. Nope, Plasma Field. That's physical though. Either Storm is going to connect regardless. But Bane, he's going to be able to Fiend Script through it. But it's not going to be able to do any magic damage. Pulse Nova is magical. Everything coming out from the Shrek except for the Diabolic Edict is also magic damage. So he's basically nullified. Rubik, he can't lift. And can't... Well, why would he Spade Shield? But yeah, there's absolutely no damage going to be coming out from this Empire team under Black. And that's basically his survivability. He needs for all the game. He's going to be finding a double damage rune. It's going to be letting go of the BKB. But that's not going to be stopping the Bane from trying to suck you dry. And there goes Black. Oh, he's going to be making it. No, he's not. It's going to be denied his escape. But on the other hand, Quorfa is going to get burned down, but I think that might have been the plan. The Aegis was about to expire regardless. Bulba is not going to be able to make it back up, but there comes Quorfa for round number 2. They're going to be taking down Resolution, trying to TP out, swap out from Pylai Die. And this should be enough to take him down, and it is. Unstoppable killing streak from Quorfa here. He's 6-0-6. One hell of a play out by him. They did lose Black very, very early on. The stun was not on point from Bulba. But Quorfa is doing so much work as right now, and the ulti is already off cooldown. Silent has worked into a Ghost Scepter and the Bloodstone, but just the variety of damage here. I don't think the Ghost Scepter is that amazing of a pickup because it amplifies the magic damage. Of course, the pure damage out from Queen of Pain is not going to do much to you, but the magic damage is going to get amplified. Which is the terrifying thing about it. That you're going to be taking 40% more damage out from this right here. Silent is working his way up to the Dire State. You know he's actually going to be rotating down towards mid. It looks like they're kind of indecisive as to what they want to do. Familiars, are they able to scout out? Are they going to be able? Nope, they don't scout. So they don't see him as of right now, but they're in dangerous territory, and Black and Nyx Assassin, Mr. Bulba, they're sitting fairly comfortably here as Empire. They're just going to be fighting nothing. They're a little extended smoke and trip there. It's not going to be mounting to anything at all. As they're just going to end up sitting inside the jungle. They do have an aggressive ward there, so they should have known that there were nobody. Black, they're not going to be going for a counter smoke, as Resolution's going to be pulling back here. I don't think that's going to be mounting to a whole lot either. Quorfa finding a rune. Doesn't actually have a bottle. Went for the quick pairs of BOTs here. So he was able to have that global presence. As Bulba, the rest of the squad, they're looking for somebody. They're looking for something to make with this, to make happen with the smoke. But Quorfa and Black, they're not going to reveal. As Aloha Dance can be rotating down as well. So 2 smoke gangs gone to waste here. As things are slowly starting to calm down in this otherwise very, very hectic game. And the dewarding has been committed. Both teams, I think, are ending a bit of a dry period as of right now. I feel Team Tinkerino, they're going to be the stronger late game candidates just because of Black. That's just what I feel. They do need to shut down Resolution though, so he doesn't suck up all Black's damage. That was basically what happened last fight. Oh, hold on. Nope, it's going to be able to, I think, blink out. What was Vengeful Spirit? Nope, TP'd out. So did let go of the Stampede for not any gain at all. As the bottom lane is pushing as well. Quorfa though, and Black, they're rotating in. They're trying to find Resolution, but he is hasted, so no can do. And Quorfa has kind of taken over the farm here. He's actually sitting number 1. We've just been looking at farm so far, but let's just take a look at net worth here. 13,000 sitting on Quorfa, and you do have Mr. Black sitting on second highest net worth with about 11,000 with the Racer and the Distract to boot. Oh, there's an item I like to see, the Glimmer Cape. Of course, this is going to be providing him with that bit of extra spell resistance. So now the Ghost Scepter is almost just fine. He's going to be getting about 20% regardless. So he has about 5%. No, he actually has 40. So he's going to be having... It's basically all magic damage is going to turn into pure damage when he pops the Ghost Scepter. So apparently this rack has 20 by default, which is strange. Usually it's 25. Oh yeah, of course the null field. Nope, not actually affecting it. But yeah, Rubik is... Oh, hold on. That's a bit of an aggressive TP, Black. Oh, Bulba is going to be letting go of at least a stun on him for so far. Spike Carapace as well. Just both teams just kind of settling down. Yule's Scepter is now going for the Nyx. He's not actually chosen to go for Dagon, but they do have the burst that they need. Quortha, though, might be the man in trouble here. He's going to get stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's going to get stuck between a Queep Wave and a Centaur and a Leshrac. He's going to be able to jump back out. Does he have a TP Scroll? He does have the BOTs, so. And they are off cooldown, so he should be good to go. As Roshan is now back up, getting pinged out by Vengeful. AKA Mr. Pilot Eye. And the ward is about to drop as well, so. Oh, they're going to be dewarding. But yeah, this would be a very, very tasty rush to take for Team Tinkerino at this point. Very, very tasty rush target. Bulba. He's sitting behind enemy lines.
Regeneration.
Probably going to be helping out Quortha just a bit. Tier Fleece are going to get pushed in. They do need to get a bit of push before they can start going for the Roshan. And they don't need everybody. I don't really feel they need Quortha that much. Black has tremendous damage already, which means that he's actually able to solo Rosh at this point. They just need to get him into the pit. Plus, you got way too sexy little flying familiars, flying minions here, and was able to help him out just as fine. Whereas they're going to be hitting the Rosh pit here to try to see what's going on. Nothing's really happening, and they can't really smoke all that well. No, yes they can. They can smoke underneath it. Can't smoke for Rosh. Pilot Eye is staying on a mech as well. That's very, very uncommon for a Vengeful Spirit to get a mech, but if they want to get a bit of farm on the Visiture, who's also gotten the Glimmer Cape. Once again, I really, really like that pickup. They're gonna need this this Venge Pilot Eye to get as many support items as he possibly can. Usually, you say that a Vengeful Spirit transitions very, very well into the late game to kind of become a DPS carry as well, but this game is not going to go into late game, hopefully. It is if they're going to be stalling this much both teams, but otherwise, it's not going to be happening. Bulba are going to be forcing on a rotation. That's probably what they're waiting for to try to go for this Roshan. They need to get... That could actually work. The Leshrac is back. And they could be trying for this Roshan now. There is Resolution, Bane... Always want to fly in Aloha Dance sitting down there. But... Oh, hold on. I don't know if they actually grant... Do they? They apparently... They must do. But now Resolution is going to be scouting out that Roshan again. You got... Quortha working on that top tower. Now going to be forcing out rotations. As it is going to be Aloha Dance aggressive TP. Way too aggressive. They should be able to bring him down. No, they're not. Actually not letting go of the Scream of Pain. That might have actually been enough. No, it wouldn't. Bulba is in trouble, though. I don't think he has a way out. It's getting burned constantly, and he's gone. But it is going to be in the trade of Roshan, which is absolutely fine in my book. And there it goes. Quortha is going to be picking that up. Black doesn't really care about immortality. I don't even give a shit. I got double damage. I'm fine. And he's got Manta Style as well, so... Black is now hurting. And this is going to be one difficult one for Razor, because, of course, the Plasma Field is going to be getting rid of the illusions, but by the time that happens, the Static Link is not going to matter, because Black will already killed you by then. As Quortha is going to be chilling down in that bottom lane, as of right now we got him building possibly towards the Sheepstick. I would love to see that item pickup, especially for the Razor, even though the Iron Storm is still going to function. Centaur as well is not a bad option for it. And Bane, if he does decide to let go of a Fiend's Grip. They generally only chosen to go 1 point in it, but they really only need the duration, which is why I feel it's okay. Koifa is getting a lot of his damage stolen. Has now gone points into Enfeeble. I don't really feel he needs it anymore. But then again, I'm not to teach always want to fly on how to play a Bane. That's not my job. That's just to do analysis. And scream and shout at a computer for your guys' entertainment. Oh, but they're sitting inside the woods. They're waiting for Bulba here. Might initiate on him. He's coming closer. There's the Glimmer Cape. He's going to be having the upper hand in terms of initiation. Where's the Hoof Stomp? There it is. Going to be dodging it out. And might actually go for counter initiation here. Has popped the Vendetta, and now they're on the retreat. But I don't think it's going to be on time. There goes the stun. Oba is in so much trouble. It's going to be having that Aghanim Scepter with the Stampede, and he's going to be able to TP out just fine. So they might actually look for Silent here. He's got the Glimmer Cape, but not really going to matter. Koifa trying to track him down. Do have the minus armor on him as well. Alohadan's going to be lifting Koifa. Hasn't actually stolen the spell just yet. Now, on the other side, Bane is jumping in. Pilot Eye is going to have his magic missile stolen. That's a big pickup. But always going to fly. He's going to be going down likewise with Pilot Eye. Bulba trying to assist him. Resolution though. Koifa, he's diving into nothing. He does have the Aegis. Just need to get Pilot Eye out of there. And Resolution's actually going to get burned down by the familiars. But Koifa, he's in so much trouble now. He's going to be burning down. So not really worth the trade. And Waits is actually, he's still sitting in there. He doesn't have the familiars to try to back him up. They're coming on the back foot here now. He's going to be trying to make it back out. There goes the Hoof Stomp, and he should be gone. There it is. Alohadan's taking that kill, and Silent even rotating in to try to secure that kill. Black's still farming, so he should be fine for now. He's farming for a good old Butterfly, which is, in my eyes, a very, very nice pickup for him, considering the fact that Razor is not going to be getting an MKB. At least I don't think, and that's his biggest counter right now. That's the Razor. So if Razor can't get his right-click damage off, then Black is immortal. Not exactly, but something along the lines of that. But yeah, he is looking so solid so far. He's only 3-2-3, but they've just bought, Team Tinkerino, they've bought so much space for him. The farm has been fighting 4 on 5, and generally just been taking good engagements and actually winning most of them. But yeah, Black now, he's sitting on 300 damage, 335 damage, and now sitting on a Haze Rune as well. He might be wanting to go for something here with that rune. Is at least going to be rotating down towards that bottom lane. Nope, just going to be rotating towards Ancient. No biggie, just going to be taking down the Ancients with my Haste Rune. As he's now going to be hitting, potentially, don't know how much he's actually missing at this point. Oh, the swap in of Oba, the Centaur is going to fall. A nice swap out from Pilot Eye there. Centaur getting way too aggressive, and Bulba taking that kill. As he's got his Yule's done. I'm not entirely sure what he actually wants to go for next, but Yule's is definitely a nice pickup. Silent, he might actually be in a bit of trouble. That is actually just Koifa in a bad spot right now. Might be trying to creep skip as the pressure is being put on that middle lane. Black going to be stealing some more Ancients, and should be more or less done. Yep, with the Butterfly by now, and they're going to have to rotate back here, Silent. Or Empire. The rest of the Empire squad. Towards that mid lane because pressure is being put on it. Do they have TPs? They do. And they got the pair of BOTs as well, as we might be seeing a bit of a fight here in a second. On that middle lane, Resolution, they're starting to be aggressive. Koifa, he's going to get tossed up into the high ground. He's going to get stunned up as well. Is able to swap him up. Highlight Eye with the nice save there. Bulba is also going to live for now. Way too sexy. It's going to be Fiend Script, but no matter, as Fly is going to be retreating up to the high ground with that Stampede, and Resolution actually in the man to fall here. Black though, now going up against the Lohadans. Abua is reaching way in deep as Pilot Eye might be able to take him down. He will, and Black surviving this whole ordeal as well. As the Lohadans, actually Lestrak is the one getting Yules here. So everybody is just kind of low, but Empire, I feel they're way too aggressive. They just gotta wait until Team Tinkerino have to go high ground, unless they want a slow siege. But then again, there wasn't a whole lot of health left on the tower, but eventually they would have to go uphill. And now they definitely can. This could actually be racks now that I think about it. Black is still sitting in there trying to siege up this tower. They just need to get rid of the tower and then they can take the racks. But looks like Resolution might be back in time. Silent does have the Glimmer Cape on, but there goes the tower. Visage taking that down with potentially the Familiars here. As now they're going to be sieging for the racks. They're going to be trying to burn their way through the melee racks with a lot of damage on the Familiars. Bulba is going to be letting go of a stun, and I always want to fly. So much damage going on him, dropping him to about half health. And that's the melee racks gone. It looks like Team Tinkerino, they will be quite satisfied with that, as they do very much have the upper hand in this game. You can see that by the graphs as well, 15k ahead. And Black, he's sitting on so massive items. At 37 minutes, his GPM, we haven't even taken a look at that. It's actually not as much as I imagined, but experience per minute is very, very, very good. Gold per minute could be a bit better. He did die those 2 times, which is probably what has set him back, but experience per minute is definitely looking very solid. Way too sexy is going to be getting that assault cuirass, so benefiting both the Familiars and Black as well. Neat little pickup there as Mr. Nixie. Bulba hasn't actually been going for a whole lot. Looks like Queen of Bane is going for a refresher. That is a very, very good pickup with the double Sonic Wave. 2 Sonic Waves in a fight. That's about as much damage as a Lion Finger. Spread out across a bigger AoE. Plus you have the double Scythe, which is the double Hex, the double Orchid. And you have the double Scream of Pain and the double Shadow Strike. Double everything. Doubles for everybody. But yeah, that's going to be mattering so much. And like with the refresher, he can also work into a BKB and get a 19-second charge on his first team fight. Make sure that he doesn't get stunned up. That could completely nullify the Centaur. So now I think he's working into a BKB. He got stalled so bad that last fight. Yeah, just going to be using Oldie to farm up creeps. Creeps, I think. Yep. No biggie. I got a 30-second cooldown or 40-second cooldown. Not a problem at all. As the Strack, I don't feel he's had the impact on the game that I was hoping. Or he didn't have the impact on the game that I was hoping he would have. Has been shut down relatively efficiently. Doesn't have that many Bloodstone charges. And yeah, hasn't really been a factor. They haven't had a guy to tank up in front. Oba has just been taken down so quickly by all this magic damage and the burn damage. And now Team Tinkerino is going to be missing the stun though on Bane. Black taking so much damage, or actually just getting locked down here immediately as Pylite Eye. Not going to be going down at first. Centaur going to be biting the bullet first, but Silent is going to be burning down. Some 3-4 exchange and Resolution. He's very, very deep. Draw Ranger, Mr. Black didn't really take any damage at all. Now it's all on Aloha Dance. The joke is on him. He's stuck there without a TP. And he should be going down so fast now. Queen of Pain just trying to clean up the creeps. And there goes Aloha Dance. Swap out as well. Way too sexy taking that kill. And what do you do if you're Empire right now? You can't take a fight up against us. They had to win before minute 40. And they bummed it up. They played too aggressively in the early game, which is not in and of its own a bad thing, but when they had to get those team fights better executed in the early game, and Team Tinkerino able to punish their bad positioning. They had the Visage Venge Draw Ranger combo, which is an absolutely incredible combination, and just so much damage going on in these Familiars. There goes the bottom racks and Empire. I don't know what they want to do. And what they can do at this point. Black is sitting on 5,000 gold. His gold per minute has just climbed up above 600. Koifa has now finished up a refresher. He's 7-1-10 with the 302 last hits. Black is closing in about 10 last hits a minute. And there's the Roshan backup. With the cheese. I mean, the world is their oyster right now. They can do exactly what they want to do. Visage. This could be a Heaven's Halberd. I don't think there's a whole lot of options actually for the it's a let's see here. I gotta figure out what the hell this actually is. I wanted to get the quarterstaff. There it is. It's in secret shop now. That's why I got a bit confused. But yeah, it goes into Solar Crest. So extra evasion, 30% evasion, extra mana regen, And you got the minus armor, which is huge up against the Razor. It's going to enable him to get taken down fairly quickly. Also, you got the Lestrak, who doesn't deal well with minus armor as well. You got Centaur, who's not sitting on a whole lot either. Rubik is just going to melt. There's not much more to it. He's just going to melt. And there goes the Roshan. That's only going to be about a couple of seconds here. Black just burning through it. That's done, Roshan. And they still need the cheese, though. Bulba, he could be land for it, but looks like it will be way too sexy. So they're going to be smoking out double damage rune. That's for Black to take. So right now, if they can make something do with that, this would be so amazing. They could just pressure the two or the racks on mid and force Empire back. Because top tier 3s has dropped as well. So all they got to do is pressure the tower or the racks. And there goes all the rotations. All of the push just taken out of that top lane. And there goes the middle range tracks. And now they're going to be turning their attention towards the top. Nice stun in from above. And not catching out everybody. Only catching out 2. Corfa is going to get lifted. Black is disabled as well. There goes the swap. Bane is cancelled. And there goes Black. He's trying to do more and more damage. Corfa with that second ultimate is able to do so much work. And Rubik only stealing the dagger. Not what he was hoping for. And this is GG. It's over. The megas are real. And there it is, Resolution got to be tapping out. A very, very nice game out from Team Tinker. And there goes the ulti as well. And GG's the call, and Team Tinkerino will be advancing further on into the Dotapit League season number 3. So they're going to be going up against Cloud9 in not too long. And I had my predictions on an Empire invite on the TI4 not on the tier 4, in the TI5, and I can't change it now, which is rather annoying. But yeah, Team Tinkerino putting up one hell of a fight, and taking it in game number 3 in a not exactly a nail biter, more of a controlled choke out from Team Tinkerino. They didn't make a whole lot of mistakes, and they took some very, very good fights. And Empire, they didn't necessarily draft a bad lineup. They should just have fought it a bit differently. Try to make work of that stampede, and not dive underneath towers when everybody's got TPs. They needed to be quicker in their execution, and the play just wasn't there. But Team Empire definitely still a very, very strong team, very, very strong candidate. I actually feel for TI5. I actually feel they can go rather far. I don't think they're going to be up there with the Cloud9s and the EGs and the Secrets, and the Vici Gaming. I almost forgot about those guys, but yeah, they're going to be up there, definitely. It'd be a real competition compared to what they've been, the previous years. Team Tinker as well, I feel they definitely got a strong team. If these are the players that they decide to go with, Pilot Eye, Way Too Sexy, and Black, it's going to be so scary. They're going to be a scary team going into TI5, and as long as they just get a bit of practice, they should be fairly fine. So, but anyway, it's been me, Mr. Frozor, signing off. Hopefully you enjoyed the game and the cast, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.